Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. When I was younger, I loved doll playsets. I had a few for each doll line that I collected, such as Barbie, Bratz, even Cabbage Patch. My favorites were always the ones that were compact, able to fold up with all the pieces stored neatly inside, and easy to transport. They were the kind that I took when we were visiting relatives for the holidays, and kept me distracted while the adults were talking about taxes or something. That's why Miss Party Surprise has always stood out in my mind from my childhood. With a 5-inch doll and a playset that folded away, Miss Party Surprise was the perfect on-the-go toy with a very unique premise. A party in your pants. Well, a skirt. But how did it all begin? I've come up with a theory based on the history of the company that made Miss Party Surprise, ToyBiz, but it's mostly speculation, so take what I'm going to tell you in this video with a grain of salt. There's just not really a lot of information about Miss Party Surprise out there, aside from the fact that they existed. So, this is your invitation to my doll-cumentary party. Hello Internet, my name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. Yes, today we are talking about another obscure doll line called Miss Party Surprise. I get the feeling that not a lot of people are going to have ever heard of this before. It seems even more obscure than Melanie's Mall. But Miss Party Surprise was still really unique and different, and obviously it must have meant something to younger me because I kept a couple of the sets even when clearing out my old toys. I felt that it deserved some recognition and for some people to actually know what it is, because even on ToyBiz's Wikipedia page they don't even mention that they made these. We'll start at the beginning of the company that would eventually become ToyBiz, Chantex Inc., a Canadian-based company that began in the late 1800s, though their toy production didn't start until the 1980s when they merged with Random Marketing Inc. to create Charon Industries. The toy subsidy, Charon Toys, was known for licensed toys throughout the 80s, a trend which would continue over borders when an American businessman, Ike Perlmutter, bought the company in 1990. He renamed the company to ToyBiz, and within 3 years had acquired the exclusive, perpetual, and royalty-free licenses, those are actual quotes, to one of the most desirable franchises in existence, Marvel superheroes. It was serendipity, as in the same year a toy designer named Avi Arad, who was very familiar and passionate about comic books, joined the team and helped to create some of their most popular action figures. With Marvel bringing in the big bucks, ToyBiz was able to grow exponentially, acquiring further licenses from DC, Hercules, and Xena Warrior Princess. So how was it that a company built on licensed toys came to create an original IP doll line? My personal theory is a scramble for extra money from the one market they hadn't quite conquered yet: young girls. ToyBiz had eventually acquired Marvel Entertainment Group, but by the late 90s they were filing for bankruptcy. To save them both, the companies merged, with ToyBiz now as a subsidiary. But now they needed to recover from the blow. What better way to make money than to branch out and bring in revenue from all possible channels? Enter at last Miss Party Surprise.
Miss Party Surprise, Miss Party Surprise, what's next for party? It's hiding inside.
It's Jenny's baby party. I smell baby powder. He's riding a horsey. Her cradle becomes a carriage.
With Baby Party, there's lots to do. There's even a few surprises for you.
Wow, look, a bracelet. Great party. It's nap time.
Miss Party Surprise, there's a party for you. There's so much to do.
Miss Party Surprise. You can collect them all, each sold separately.
When first researching for this video, I had to double check that they were really made by ToyBiz, because they just aren't mentioned anywhere when you search the company's name. Launched in 1999 with the tagline, "It's a party full of fun surprises," the line began with 11 dress playset hybrids, coming in white and African American variants, and each with a different theme. The set included a small doll with 5 points of articulation, rooted hair, and a fabric skirt to wear when the larger skirt had opened up into the play scene. Simply twist the doll to unlock the playset and watch the party unfold. Inside were accessories and fold-out floors to go along with the specific party being hosted. The accessories were functional, with some pieces even expanding or separating from the main skirt to extend extend the play area, and every skirt's theme was well incorporated, even if they weren't quite appropriate for a party. Because I'm not sure many parents would appreciate their sitters partying with their babies, as in the baby party set. But themes such as beach, bowling, dance, and even princess party were all suited to the doll's premise. The theme even extended to the outside of the skirt, with molded details and colors to match. When playtime was over, all pieces fit back inside of the skirt, folded up, and twist the doll in the opposite direction to lock up the party until next time.
A Miss Party surprise, come follow me to a princess party as fun as can be. A princess gown and jewels to wear, a beautiful crown and my long, long hair. A magical time for you and me.
Miss Party surprise princess party and party friends playset, each sold separately.
Besides the original 11 playsets, there were several larger and smaller sets as well, called Big and Little Sisters. The bigger sister sets, Costume and Mermaid Party, consisted of larger skirts and slightly larger dolls, with even more accessories to play with. Though from the outside, these kind of looked ridiculous. I mean, the mermaid skirt is practically swallowing the doll. But the deluxe nature and the expanded play area made the odd designs forgivable. The Little Sisters were, unsurprisingly, smaller play sets with smaller dolls in fully plastic clothing. But they did still manage to have a decent amount of accessories. There were 4 of these, themed after baking, candy, gardening, and gifts. Now, I don't know about you, but centering a party around gifts doesn't seem like the best example for young children. They should have just called it birthday party. And thinking about it now, why don't they just have a birthday party set in a line called Miss Party Surprise? Anyway, what is a party though without guests? Never fear, because Miss Party Surprise also offered separate playsets with dolls and extra accessories to supplement 6 of the original 11 parties. These were also offered in white and African American variants, as well as having some variations in color of the accessories. The dolls were quite cute, with sweet childlike faces and lots of variation in hair colors, styles, and sometimes even textures. Of course, some of them looked similar from set to set because of the single face mold, but there were enough differences to bring a lot of variety to every Miss Party Surprise party. But perhaps the coolest set of all, which I have and will show you momentarily, and the only one that wasn't a dress on the outside, was Pony Party.
It's a pony party, you wanna come?
A Miss Party surprise, let's have some fun.
Open up, the party's just begun. You can even make the ponies run.
Giddy up! Whoa!
Jumping, kicking, riding around.
Listen!
Real pony sound.
At the pony party, there's cool clothes and surprises for you. Great party!
Miss Party Surprise.
Miss Party surprise pony party comes with everything you see here. Batteries not included.
Featuring a carousel facade, this is the only set to come with 2 dolls, one of which was the only boy ever to be in Miss Party Surprise. This was another theme that wasn't quite a party, more like a dressage, with jumping hurdles, blue ribbons, and a racetrack. There were also 2 rideable horses, with brushable hair and articulated legs. This was one of the most elaborate sets in the line, showing off the potential of Miss Party Surprise had to grow out of their skirts. No pun intended. Yet it was also one of the last of the original run of Miss Party Surprise.
It's a pet party, hidden away.
A Miss Party surprise! Come on, let's play! They're so cute!
Jumping, swinging, so much to do.
It's a stamp!
Great gifts for you.
Miss Party surprise pet party is so much fun! Great party!
Miss Party Surprise.
The exact timeline for the release of the dolls is unclear, but from what I can gather, all the original sets were released in 1999. While there was a large variety in the first releases, no new play sets were released for 3 years, leading many people to believe, I'm sure, that Miss Party Surprise was discontinued. Meanwhile, ToyBiz was struggling after the loss of their license with the wrestling company WCW, which was recently purchased by the WWF, or now known as the WWE. In an attempt to cut costs, they decided to outsource manufacturing to a Hong Kong-based facility, opening an international branch, ToyBiz Worldwide Limited. With this in mind, it's not surprising what happened to Miss Party Surprise next, because suddenly in 2002, 8 new playsets were released, though I use the term new very loosely. Though slapped with new coats of paint and themes, the sets reuse molds from both the skirts and some of the accessories. Bowling was remade into bridal, beach into both luau and pool, makeup into both glamour and Hollywood star, playground to pony, kind of a scaled down version of the carousel set, gymnastics to superstar, whatever that's supposed to mean, and pets to pets. Well, at least princess was changed into pretty princess. The reuse of molds was the first clue that the brand was on its way out. Though I still find it surprising that ToyBiz even bothered to resurrect the line when they were already trying to cut costs. Perhaps it was a last-ditch effort to get some extra cash, but even retooling of existing designs has to cost something. And without much pomp or circumstance, the line would disappear by the end of 2002. Party over. So what is the fate of Miss Party Surprise today? Well, after losing their Marvel license to Hasbro, ToyBiz was only able to stay afloat another year before finally closing their doors. However, Hasbro seems to have acquired the rights to reproduce the classic ToyBiz figures, having re-released them recently for a 20th anniversary of their original production. Maybe they have the rights to Miss Party Surprise also, somehow? It seems like a possibility, but given that most sources about ToyBiz fail to even mention their existence, they just don't have the nostalgia value to be considered for reproduction. At least not from what I can tell. Instead, Miss Party Surprise will have to stay tucked away into the collective memories of those who were lucky enough to be invited. And now I am going to show you two of the Miss Party Surprise sets that I had growing up. When I was looking at the pictures researching this video, I'm 100% sure that I also had Princess Party, but for whatever reason I decided to keep Pet Party instead. Like, if I could go back and swap, I definitely would have kept Princess over Pet. Maybe someday I'll have to get Princess Party back. But for now, I have Pet Party and Pony Party to show you. But since these are playsets with a lot of small pieces, I am going to change the camera angle so you guys can get a better look at what they look like on the inside. Alright, so this is Pet Party, and I have the accessories here in a bag, not inside the dress, so we'll go through them after I show you how this works. So this is the doll, and you can see there's a little foothold area on the inside of the top of the skirt. So you can see the hinge back here. This does something on the inside, which I'll show you in a moment. And there's a little bit of sun damage on the outside of the skirt. You can see that it's not the perfect purple that it used to be. You can tell what's going on. This is kind of like a pet competition. We've got ribbons here, cats and dogs, and this is our little doll that comes with the set. So as you can see, when you twist her one way, it gets kind of locked, so the skirt can't open. But you twist her the other way, and off it pops. And here we have the winner's circle for the person who wins the pet competition, and that's what this little dial operates. So they can go back and forth, and there's pegs on the bottom of the pets, so this way they can actually go on here and make it look like they're moving. And then here we have the main part of the play set. So you open it up and we have this whole play area. This part pops up. So on this side is where we've got all of our dog food and a leash. This has all the cat food, a little cat tree. We got some paw prints on the floor here and the best in show. So the winner can also stand right here and show off. And this is kind of like a vanity area for the doll so that she can get ready because she is the cat/dog trainer. And I'm sure that these rubber bands are probably gonna break if I touch them too much, so I'm not gonna bother. But hair is super brittle too. I'm pretty sure this is poly. Even though it's like so old and brittle that it's hard to tell, I think they probably couldn't afford more than poly. But yeah, every doll had this little kind of fabric skirt. It's just a cheapy nylon kind of fabric. You can see it's fraying, but it was something so that they don't look naked when you take the playset part of it off. There's her arms and her legs move back and forth. She's got painted on shoes. And she's got a cute little face. She's definitely childish, like she's meant to be a kid-aged doll, but still cute. And they all had like colored streaks in their hair of some kind. This thing here was supposed to be like a ring for the child. Interestingly, I'm noticing that her hands are palm up. It's very odd. I wonder why that is and why they're not just at her side instead. This is our play area, basically. And now we have our accessories. This is a swing, and I don't know what this is. Something's supposed to go up and down here, but we have this little swing for the pets. These are the pets themselves. We have 2 dogs here, a brown one and a white one in different poses. And you can see that they have paw prints, and there's a little bit of ink on the foot here because there's actually an ink pad that you could stamp with the feet to make it look like the dogs were leaving paw prints, and that was supposed to be like one of the play features, was that there were little papers. I don't know where they went, but anyway, these are our 2 dogs, and there's the holes so we can put them on the winner's circle. Yeah, I don't remember what the purpose was of stamping their feet because it really had nothing to do with the dog competition. But we had a little video camera on a tripod, which is really cute, so that you can record your dog show. And this is supposed to be like the film. So we got like pictures of cats and dogs. Nothing on the back, but it's supposed to be like a little film reel. You just stick that back in your camera. This was like an obstacle course. So there's a hoop that comes up, and the reason it folds is so that it's easier for it to get inside when you close up the playset. There's also this little dip under here that you can fit one of the pets under. When you put it away, that's to make it easier to store as well. Yeah, this peg here spins. So here's our little orange cat who also has the stamping kind of feet. And you could put the cat on the peg and make it spin back and forth. And then it jumps here, and oh, that didn't work. That's the idea, is it's supposed to go through the hoop. I don't know if it has enough force to make it go through the hoop. Oh, there, it went, yay! And there's also a slide, whee! So that is that little piece. Of course, we have a feeding dish with food and water for the pets. This carrier that you can put your pet into, whichever pet you're bringing to the competition. And I think that with her hand being that way, she could probably, yeah, she can hold it. She has a stand, which I totally forgot that she did, but there you go. Now she can stand here. Then we've got some other minor accessories. Oh, look, there's a frog. Oh, I think this is from the princess set. Yeah, because there's like kissy lips here. See? Proof that I had the princess party. Well, it's okay. He can stay for the party. There's a bone for the dog, a little hair dryer for grooming the dog. We've got 4 gold trophies with little hearts on them to give out to the winners. And then a couple more grooming supplies. You got a lot of fun play accessories, and again, everything is supposed to fit back into the playset when you're done. This was cute. I remember playing with this a lot, especially the stamping element. Of course, I don't have any of the little papers left, but it came with like a small square pad of paper, so I definitely played with that a lot. And now I'm going to show you the big Pony Party set. Okay, so this is Pony Party, and as you can see, it is very big. Instead of having them on the outside of the dress, like in the top, of course it's a carousel, so they are riding on some horses. There's 2 inserts in here to make room for them to ride these horses, and the rest are just molded on. But this is just so pretty. All the painted details on here are so nice with the flowers up here, the ribbons, all of these little pearls on top of the carousel. It is a really cute facade. Like, it's just cute even without being a playset. Now we're going to take them out. First, you take this off and you open it up to see the racetrack. As you can see, there's a couple of little things here. This is where you attach the horses, and when you use this piece here to spin it, they can run. Now, there used to be sound effects, I think, yeah, when you push these buttons, but the batteries are probably way dead and rotted, and so I'm not even gonna bother trying to do anything. Oh yeah, see, there's the speaker. So probably, if I tried to change the batteries, the acid corrosion would prevent it from working. That's okay, because we can still make them race. Then you take this part off, and in here you have more of a relaxed field area. You got a little duck pond. These fence pieces are removable too, so you can have it with or without the fence. And again, there's a spinning feature that makes the bottoms where the horse feet go move up and down, so it looks like they're galloping. So that's just kind of the hangout field for after the competition. And then in here we have the dressing room area for the competitors. So this thing, I feel like it never wanted to stay together. When I was little, like, I don't know what is wrong with this. You can even see a little piece of tape there because I just could not get it to fit the way it's supposed to fit. Ugh. Yeah, this was a weird wardrobe thing that comes with it, but it has a mirror, and these things are removable, so you can make them into little beads for a bracelet or something, but I just left them on the mirror because it looks better that way. So that can go back here. We got a couple little hooks here and here, and a fold-out grass area so that it looks like you're going from the barn to the outside. That is our little play area, and it's really big, and I'm trying to find a way to get it all in the camera at the same time, but it's not working that well. This is the girl doll that comes with this set. Her hair is whoa. There was a ponytail here, as you can see, but that rubber band is long gone. She came with a little hat, and her outfit is a little different from the other one. She's got like a fancy riding outfit on, which is appropriate. And then when she's not riding, she can wear her little fabric skirt. There's like an elastic here, a lasso printed on. It's a faux suede, and it velcros in the back. See, her arms are bent and her hands are facing in like what you would normally expect. Anyway, so she can sit there. Here's our boy, and he has a riding helmet. And instead of a skirt, he has a little faux suede vest with fringes. That's a cute detail. They put a little bit extra into him. Oh, they even gave him spurs. Look at that. He's got his cowboy shirt underneath with the belt buckle and everything. It's a cute mold for a boy doll. They go well together. It's cute. I like that they tried to expand into boys as well, but too bad he was the only one. And then we have tons of accessories, but of course the main attraction here, main attraction, is our flatsy horse. Well, horses. Yeah, I forgot how flat these horses look. Why are they flat? This is so weird. The animals in the pet thing were not flat. They were 3D. Like, these, look at this front look at these horses. It's so weird. They're so narrow. How did I forget this? Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, they have legs that go like this. So both legs are stuck together. You can't move the front two separately from each other or the back two. And they have like elastic in them, so I can't believe that still works. But here, I will show you what I was talking about with how the floor works here. See how it kind of, they rock back and forth like they're galloping. It's kind of a cute feature. What's also fun, of course, is that they have real hair for their mane and tail. Then we have all of our accessories. So there is a second cowboy hat for the boy doll. Here we have an adjustable jumping hurdle, so you can actually take these pieces out to change the height, which is pretty cool. So you can make it like the dolls are training and they get higher and higher each time, and then finally they make it across the highest jump. This here, what is this? Okay, I'm lost. I don't know what this is. It moves. I don't know what this is. It's supposed to hang stuff, I guess? I have no idea. The hurdle in... Oops, sorry, horsey. We got another shorter hurdle that they can jump over. This one you can't change the height of. Of course, these dolls also came with stands. This is a winner's podium thing where the winner can stand up here, whoever gets first place. And up here, you're supposed to hang this horseshoe wreath thing, even though it hangs way lower than the ground. We've got a coat rack, I guess, to hang your hat. Oh, look, here's another piece for the hurdle. All right, here we have a bridle for the horse, one of the horses. I think that's how it goes on. And each horse also had a saddle. You can get the dolls to go on them. Maybe they had to be narrow because the doll's legs don't go out, they only go forward and back. That's probably why. There we go. We've got a saddle, a horse, a girl, and a bridle. And let me see. Just want to see how easy it is to get the horse on with the girl onto the spinny part. Oh my god. It works! It's a very jerky ride, but it works. Ah! And there it goes. Okay, here is another accessory. This is a little carrot basket, and it has a ring with a carrot on it. I guess that's like the version of the paw print ring from the other one. Yeah, it doesn't really fit in there, but you got some carrots to give to your horsey. We have a couple of ribbons that are big enough to go around the dolls' heads. Here's the other saddle. It's blue. We also have these bigger ribbons. Now these I know we're supposed to hang off of someplace, but I don't know where. They have little things on the back, but I don't know where they're supposed to go. That's why they're just mixed into the accessories. We have a brush for horses. We have a couple of smaller combs for the dolls, a little handheld mirror. We have some flags, which I think you're supposed to put on the fence, like this yellow fence here, like that. There's this little piece of cloth, which I think is supposed to be like a blanket to go under the saddle. There's a shampoo bottle for washing your horse, a feed bucket with some oats inside, and there's a lot of cute details on this piece. See, that's the thing. Even though some of the pieces like fall apart and don't fit together and like, you know, the functionality doesn't seem to be working that well, there are some really cute details on a lot of the pieces. So it's like they had these ideas, it's just maybe they didn't have the budget necessary to execute what they wanted to. And I feel the same way too, like when I look at this trophy. Like, look at this really pretty trophy with the sculpted horse. We got the gold paint, and it's painted really well on the leaves and flowers, like no bleed. It's a really nice accessory. But I will say, even though it's hard to get the horses to stay on these pegs and everything, and that one vanity thing doesn't want to stay together, this is nice and solid. Like, it's not made of a cheapy plastic that's going to break. I accidentally scuffed that when I was trying to get the horse on. And this too, like, it's all made of really good solid plastic. Anyway, I'm gonna put these away and then we can do a little conclusion. And so concludes another doll-cumentary. So I'm really curious to know who out of you guys had Miss Party Surprise, even knows that it existed, and hoping that you're enjoying these little looks into obscure doll lines that you may not have heard of. So thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, bye.